So this is going to be a pretty early Quan guide. Obviously, this is just looking at him at base value. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, a couple weeks, a month, 2 months down the road, we may have some dirty setups with Quan. But as far as right now, this is pretty much the best you're gonna get. Because he's not that difficult of a character to understand. He's very much so your average zoner, with a few little gimmicks in there. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as cameos, I think if you're looking at a beginner to intermediate level, your best cameo is always going to be Serena, right? Serena gives him the full screen zoning, of course, the up close damage, but it really complements his playstyle well, because one of the good things about Quan, and we'll go into his buttons first. Let's do that first. One of the good things about Quan is his standing 4, right? His standing 4 that reaches full screen. Now, why that's important with Serena is because you can throw this out at any time and be safe full screen, right? Now, with Serena, you can get full screen combos off that stand 4. So watch this. So we're right about full screen. You see what I'm saying? So he's very much like Ashra in that regard, right? He's very much like Ashra. That's one of your best buttons. Full screen stand 4, you can even do it twice. You can do it as many times as you want, and then you can walk in for the full combo. Now, obviously, it's not going to do that much damage, right? So the first thing we're going to do right after we talk about the buttons is I'm going to give you guys the simple B&B, the simple bread and butter combo with Quan, right? So your best up close buttons are going to be 2, 1, 4, right? This is normally going to be your punish string when you're using Serena, because you can tie it in, of course. Serena right there. And you get a full combo, right? Your 1, 2 is also pretty good for a check, right? A pretty good little check string. But I'm also going to tell you guys what the worst shit is. Never, ever, ever use his down 1. It's -10 on block. That is terrible. His down 1 is booty. Never even be in this range with Quan. Always be around this range. That way you can use your down 4 and down 3. Right? His down 1 is absolute terrible. It's 9 frames. It's -10 on block. It's terrible. It's an awful button. So always be looking to use his down 4, down 3, right? Now, we already talked about a stand 4. This is also a really good button. His 4-3. Well, it's actually stand 3. Because you can get little combos off of it on hit confirms, right? So anytime you in this range right here, you can throw out your stand 3. Get full combos. Now, obviously, you can extend past that if you want. You know, what would be a combo off that? There you go. So that's a really good space control button as well. Really good space control button as well. But again, the main thing you're going to be wanting to do with Quan is zoning, right? So anytime you get a full hit confirm, you want to pull out your portal, which is down back 3, and just immediately start zoning the shit out of people. And remember, always tie it in with those Serena knives, so if they do get hit by Serena, remember that you can combo this. Literally, you can get a full combo, right? So anytime you hit that Serena, be ready to hit that full combo. And now, we've already went through the zoning, we went through the buttons. Optimal combo. So this is pretty much the optimal I've seen with Serena, is you go 2, 1, 4 Serena, 2, 1, 4 Serena again, back 3, 4, 2, back 3, 4, 2, right? So this is your little launcher right here, back 3, 4, 2, and then you're gonna go 1, 3, stand 4, down back 4. So it's gonna look like this. Watch, it's gonna look like this. You can slow this down and replay it as much as you want, so check this out. Now, this is very important. Look where we're at. Look where we're at. We're standing at full screen. As soon as you hit that combo, be ready to throw that portal out and start zoning again. Anytime you get a knockdown with Quan, you want to start zoning immediately. Because in my opinion, he's probably one of your only zoning archetypes within the game. Like his buttons up close aren't even that good, right? He has the overhead, right? So if you use like Sub-Zero, you can always get a free overhead. You can do like 1, 2 sub freeze overhead combo, and then obviously just go into your regular shit, right? It all leads into the same thing, right? So it's the same thing. Now on block pressure, right? On block pressure, you're going to be looking to sweep with this, your back three, because it spaces really well, right? It's one of your best buttons, your back 3-2, right? And then obviously you just hit confirm it into back 3-4-2, right? Which will full hit confirm, right? But you got to be careful, right? He's one of those characters that has a lot of exploitable gaps. That's one of the reasons why I don't even think he's that great of a character so far. The other reason is his launcher costs 2 bars. If you look down at the bottom left here, it literally costs 2 bars to launch. That makes no sense to me. I don't get that. I don't know if that's intentional or if they want you to like play a little bit more of a zoning archetype, like I said before. But that makes no sense to me. There's no other launcher in the game that is like that. That's really, really weird. And it doesn't even give you that much. Like again, okay, so let's look at it like this, right? Let's say that we're not using Serena, right? So that's only 35%. That's only 35% for 2 bars when most characters are getting that with no bar. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we can get with no bar. Okay, no, can't do that. Okay, so it's just gonna be stand 1. Oh, sorry. Wow. Okay. So yeah, even so, it's still probably gonna get like, you know, right around. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see what I can get off this. Can I not? Does that not confirm? Wow. All right. So I want to be wrong about this character, y'all, and I know a lot of people are going to be watching this video trying to learn how to play Quan, but I'm going to be honest, boys. Until we find some like broken, nasty setups, this character is pretty poop. I'm not. He's just poop, man. Like, okay, so one of his big selling points was this cage, right? Let's count how long this cage is up. You ready? What's that gonna do? What's that gonna do? That ain't gonna do shit, man. That's not gonna do shit. And look, you spin a bar to put it on the ground. It's gone in 3 seconds. So all I gotta do is just do this. Yeah, so I think he's pretty bad. Your best check button in neutral is, of course, going to be your stand 3 and your 4-2-1. 4-2-1 is actually a great button. That is a great button. Always be checking with this in neutral. Get him full screen. Again, reset. You get 2-1, full screen, down back 3, zone. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over again, man. So I don't think he's that good, although again, this is pretty early to say. But man, having 2 bars for a launcher is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, but Slayer's also that video was so dumb. That video was so dumb. We're not even gonna talk about that. If you can't figure out why that video is dumb, I don't know what to tell you. Now, again, he also has this overhead here. So if you are using a different character like Sub-Zero or anyone like that, again, you're just going to go overhead, 1-3, stand 4, launcher, rinse and repeat, baby. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So it's the same thing over and over. And of course, you're just going to really be abusing your zoning. Now, one more thing to talk about. When you're in this portal right here, of course, they talked about this in the combat cast, but you can EX this, right? And it will launch. Never go for that. Never go for that. Never, ever go for that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just go for your guaranteed, you know, real easy, quick projectiles and set it up as fast as possible, right? Because no one's gonna, I'm sorry, boys, but no one is going to get hit by that. No one. Like, do you understand how, like, how, like, delayed reaction, like, you would have to even get hit by that? Like, yeah, I mean, come on, boys. No one is getting hit by that. Also, yes, that's a good point. One of my viewers just said, no, don't use the push away move. Don't use this either. It's ass. Look how quick this goes away. It's terrible. It's terrible. So again, if you are going to play this character, if you're trying to be a little bit competitive with the character, always go for, and listen, this is just going to be a quick rundown. Your best buttons, 2-1-4 to punish with, right? That's going to be your main punisher. 4-2-1 is going to be your best check tool. Down 4 is going to be your best poke. Never use down 1. It's -10 on block. You're going to get punished, right? So always use down 4 at max range. And also your stand 3. Be trying to bait this out. That way, again, you can get your full combos off that, right? Well, I suck, but you understand what I'm trying to say. There you go. Get the full combo again, send the full screen, set up zoning. That's his entire game plan. And again, this is until we obviously find some, you know, some busted shit with it. But this is pretty face value of what you're going to be doing with the character. That's pretty much it, y'all. That's Quan in a nutshell. Let's go.